It's interesting that the people that claim that I'm not a human being don't want people to find the facts.
He didn't say that. You're twisting his words.
It's interesting.
You're allowing it.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
You're allowing it.
He didn't say it.
No, you're allowing my man to have that stance because you keep on interrupting, keep on making yourself look bad.
No, he asked a question.
If they watch this back here, who's the people that keep interrupting?
You can watch it back here. The guy made a normal statement. This guy twisted his statements.
I'll be honest. He's saying you're interrupting.
I have to be just. I have to be just. The guy never said that.
How many sly comments have you made personally?
I never said sly.
Personally, how many? And then you try to stick your tongue out like you're joking.
It was factual. It was factual. Anything I said was factual.
Okay. Never mind the past. If we're either going to have a conversation or we're not going to have a conversation, okay? We're either going to have a conversation.
If you have a question, put it in the form of a question, right?
Yeah.
No sly remarks, because
No,
it goes around,
it's
it's
a
boring,
question.
isn't it? To be honest,
I want this to be educational. To be honest with you, I prefer this to be educational because there's no. I don't really care about this whole
listen.
There's that back and the other. I don't really care about that.
The first question was, how are black people treated in Israel? And then it went from Israel to how Palestinians are treated.
Well, that was your fault because you never interrupted. You let it go. You let it go.
That was my fault. That was my fault.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
That was my fault, yeah, because I was trying to draw a the similarity between you're condemning the government for what they've done to the Ethiopian Jews, but you won't condemn anything that they do to the Palestinians.
Yes.
Is that an hypocrisy there?
No.
Of course it's not.
That's what I was just trying to
Wait, he's asked the question. He's asked the question. Let him ask the question. Now, answer the question.
The reason why it's not a hypocrisy is because the Palestinians want to kill Jewish people, so they have a right to defend themselves, and because they're an enemy.
Okay, so do the
Therefore,
Palestinians...
the Eritreans. I just want to express myself fully without giving half answers. The Eritreans, right? They're running away from a situation that's in their land. They have nothing against the Israeli people. They don't want to kill them. They don't want to harm them. They don't want to do anything wrong to them, right? Ethiopians consider themselves Israeli, consider themselves Jewish, and they consider themselves one people, right? Most of them, maybe not all.
Because they're Jewish.
So they don't have that whole issue doesn't exist. So therefore, it's a totally different situation. That's my answer.
Okay, I have one more question, yeah? My question is, why did Israel support apartheid South Africa? And why did Israel try to sell nuclear bombs to apartheid South Africa so that they can never get overthrown?
No idea. I have no idea.
No idea. And you're practicing apartheid today.
Sorry, what?
You're practicing apartheid today in Israel.
Is that a question or is that a statement?
No, I'm saying, yeah.
No, that wasn't a question.
No, because I said, I asked him first, he dodged the question.
Ask him the question then.
Yeah.
You believe
My
there's
question was,
apartheid
yeah,
in
why
Israel?
did Israel support apartheid South Africa? You come on, just give me the answer.
I don't know. That's my answer.
You're dodging it. See, you dodged
That's my
it.
answer.
What I'm saying,
You dodged it.
Well, you've allowed people to Google that, so that's good.
Exactly, Google it.
If he doesn't have the answer,
They
he's
tried
either
to sell
being-
nukes
hold on.
to Israel.
He's
They
either
tried to
being
sell nukes
deceptive
to
or he's being
South
truthful. Either way, it's
I
not
don't
going to change
know
your
the
life,
answer.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not gonna
I
change
don't know
your
the
life.
answer.
So
But
basically, you
put
don't
some
agree
tools
with every foreign policy of the Israeli government.
I don't know every foreign policy, but
So if you hear
I don't necessarily agree. No, of course not.
So if they were supporting apartheid South Africa, would you condemn that?
If they were supporting apartheid South Africa, would I condemn that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, probably at the time I would. In looking at it from hindsight, I think it's a complicated issue. And
Complicated issue?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a clear-cut issue.
Okay, listen.
Quantify
Man.
this.
This guy asks very, very good questions. Very intelligent, brother. I can see. Let us just study him because he's getting results. Let's free ourselves from emotion, right? I know it's hard. Maybe you might want to step behind someone.
That's all
But
right.
he's getting somewhere. But when you get somewhere, you're jumping.
excited.
I'm being honest,
I didn't even
brother.
jump in.
I'm being honest.
Actually, I just said quantify that. That's it.
Bro, he's getting there. You're undermining his progress.
I didn't undermine him.
I'm
I
just
said
saying,
to him,
no,
quantify
I'm
it.
saying that there's something to be learned, isn't it, bro?
I never
You're
undermined him.
intelligent,
Though.
brother.
I never undermined him.
Come on,
Why say that? I never undermined him.
Bro, it's not argument.
Yeah, but that's a slight statement though. I never said I never undermined him.
If I'm asking one question, yeah, I try and build a stream of
Listen,
questions
listen.
so that it establishes point and then try and counter it.
Listen to me, yeah. If this was a debate between you and him, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in the background.
Here's what
But
it
I
is.
thought this was between all of us. We're all
It's
asking
not.
questions.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue.
It's a debate.
It's not a debate. It's a discussion.
It's a discussion between who?
You can ask me
Between me and him, and he invited him.
Yeah.
So
What I'm
us
saying
three.
is, yeah.
Well, you should
Now he doesn't mind other
Make it
people
clear.
asking.
You're
but-
welcome. You're welcome. But when I'm here, we need discipline. Without discipline, we don't get nowhere, innit? Do you value discipline?
Number one,
Do you value discipline?
I value
Do you
discipline.
value
That's
discipline?
not even a question. Actually, listen to me.
But you haven't answered the question.
That's a
though.
non-question.
Do you value
Of course,
discipline?
of course.
Then let us do that value.
I'm not against discipline, yeah?
Can we
All
do
I
it
wa-
simply? Can we do it like this?
I didn't know it was a discussion
Us
between you three. I thought I
You're
was
welcome,
part of the
brother. What I'm
discussion.
saying is, what
No,
you're doing, every time you do
I
it,
asked him a question. I
Right,
said,
Raven,
quantify
can
what
we
he
do
said,
this
that's it.
simply and just say that we do not allow other people to ask questions? Not because it's a bad thing, but just to make it easier for the moment, because it hasn't worked.
Okay. Well, here's
just
what it is.
hasn't-
Right? Here's
hasn't
what it is. Because it's Speaker's Corner, I would like everyone to have opportunity. But I'm saying it has to be a question and no interest. It has to be constructive.
I'll tell you what, ask Rap Raven if you can ask a question. Let's keep it like that. Okay,
As long as
I just want it to be
I've got a question.
educational,
I've got a
and I
question.
prefer
He's
to
asked the
have...
question. Then this brother has a question.
I asked you a question. I said,
Now you've
quantify
asked a
what you said.
question. Let this
I'll wait
brother
for
have
my
his
turn.
speak on it. You're okay, bro. You know
I
what
didn't
I'm
undermine
saying?
him though. Don't say that. Take that back, and I'm alright.
Bruv, what I'm saying is, if he's gonna ask a question and you're heckling, you're
I
undermining
didn't
his
heckle.
progress.
I asked a question.
Okay.
I know when I'm
We can
heckling.
have that conversation afterwards.
I know when I'm
right?
heckling.
But afterwards, we stand.
So,
No, because I need to answer his
No,
question.
after.
Yes, of course. Go on. Okay, can you please ask the question again? It was about South Africa.
oh yeah.
Do I support?
If they were doing that,
If
would you-
okay, so what I answered you is that if you were to go back at the time, right, I would say definitely I'm against the apartheid in South Africa. Looking back at what's happened now, right, I would say it's more complicated, and here's the reason why. So supposing if you've got an evil that's happening in a certain place, right, and then you have sorry to speak in vague terms, but I'll get to the real situation. in a minute. And you get another, and you want to solve the problem, and you say, should you solve the problem? You say, yeah, let's solve the problem. But you bring another evil, right? That's even worse, right? So, have you solved the problem? No, you haven't solved the problem. So now back to South Africa. Right. Now, with South Africa, right? Obviously, I'm against apartheid for sure, in principle, right? But when if the solution, right, is actually worse than what was there before, right? Then then it's a complicated issue.
What's
I
the
wouldn't
solution?
say. The solution.
You said that if the solution is worse than what was there before,
Yeah, so
then no. Therefore, meaning apartheid is on and it's bad
Apartheid
for
was
the
on in South Africa.
Yeah, but it's bad for the blacks, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that you should keep it for what reason?
No, what I was saying was.
what was the bigger
yeah.
thing that was?
I didn't say you should keep it.
No, you said
I
there was
didn't say
the
you should
evil
keep
that
it.
was going to
What I
replace
said
it.
was.
There's evil replacement,
What I
right?
said was it's not so simple when the thing that replaced
Yeah,
it.
and what is
right,
that
What is replacing?
So the current. I don't know the names of the current government in South Africa, but I'm more familiar with a few things that are going on over there. Okay, so ANC and something else. Is it just the ANC? I don't know.
They're not the government.
They're the party. Well, they're a party.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a
part.
party.
I don't think they're in, but I could be wrong.
They're not in. I don't know.
Yeah, carry on.
So what is replacing now that needs to be?
So so the current situation in South Africa, right, where they're killing white farmers, right? I would say. I don't know how to measure things, but it could be worse than what was happening before. It's very difficult
Worse
to
than
measure.
what?
Wait, hold on. So what I'm saying is,
It could be worse. It could be.
No,
Yeah.
no,
It could be worse. I mean, they're killing innocent people.
No. What I'm saying is, this demonstrates the difference between the black-white dynamic. So when I'm trying to speak for the black Ethiopian brothers and sisters,
Okay.
I don't think you as a European can fair represent them, because for you to then talk
I'm not
about,
trying to represent
I know, and we're very thankful.
I'm
What I'm
not-
saying
I'm
is,
not.
what I'm saying is,
I never claimed to try and do
when
that.
you look at South Africa, you're talking about the death of farmers, right?
Yes.
But that's your narrative. You're not talking about before what happened. You're not talking about the death of the blacks and the marginalization and all that kind of stuff and the stealing of land. That is not a dialogue. The dialogue is that farmers are being killed.
I don't think that's representative of what I was saying.
Is that not correct?
That's incorrect.
Because
I'll tell you
he gave you the analogy of the apartheid, and that's what you choose to speak about. You ain't talk about what black people went through collectively for generations.
Well, let me repeat.
Thank you. But we knew this before this conversation happened.
let me
And that's
repeat.
why when I spoke to you, my
wait.
interest is how Ethiopians are being represented in your country.
Wait a
Because
sec.
I suspect that it might not be too good
Okay.
if people think like yourself.
Okay, Rat Raven, I think
Go
you're
ahead.
misrepresenting what I was saying, and
ahead.
I'll repeat what I said before.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if you would have gone back 15 years or 20 years, whenever the time was, right, then I would definitely say absolutely, yeah, I'd be against Israel being against the apartheid, right? Because I'm just looking at the situation as is, right, and black people are being treated bad, right, and therefore I'd be dead against that. So you're saying I'm not taking that into context, I'm not looking at that, and that's not true. That's totally not true, because I am looking at that, and I would definitely have that opinion. And even today, I would still have that opinion. However, what I'm saying is,
You're saying the
right,
flip is not right.
well, yeah, exactly. What I'm saying is that this world, unfortunately, I don't know if you know that, but we don't live in a perfect world. And sometimes you can have something bad, and the solution can be just as problematic, sometimes even more problematic than the problem itself, right? So In South Africa, I don't know the state of the economy, but it could collapse. It could.
Well, it's very one-sided. The people of European descent hold a higher economic stance over the indigenous.
Afrikaans.
Yeah.
So
But
there was
we
a-
don't. This is what it is.
Well,
And that's just the history. The history of apartheid gave that positioning.
yeah.
Does that
Anyway,
make
let's get
sense?
back to Israel.
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, go on. Ask your question.
You don't agree with
I
that?
said I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, you can Google it.
Don't
Don't know about that.
don't try and put words into my mouth. That's
Of
not
course,
fair.
of course,
Okay.
of course.
No,
Yeah, I think you're getting. I think yes.
See a minute.
Please.
Yeah.
Go ask a question.
My question is that see Israel in Tel Aviv reports in 2011 and 2012 that Sudanese African immigrants from Sudan are being they've been mistreated in Sudan. The women are getting attacked, the males are getting attacked. They can't go to certain shops. There's held that abuse at. You know what I mean? There's been many reports. Also, is that have you heard as well that like Ethiopian flasher Jews who are being sterilized? Who are being sterilized. So are you aware of that? And what's your thoughts on that?
No, that's not true. They were. Did you say were or
No.
They
That
are
being
or they
ster-
were?
No,
You're saying the
they-
Sudanese
You're saying they are
mistreated.
or they were?
No, they are. They are.
Ethiopians, you're saying that they are being sterilized or they were? being
They've
sterilized?
been sterilized.
They are or they were?
No,
There's a difference.
No,
This is not the same thing.
No, this is the reports that we're saying.
Okay, the
There are
answer is
2011, right?
No,
We don't know if it stopped.
we're in 2018
We're
today.
not aware if it stopped.
No, are you
We dealt
aware
with-
of
we dealt with it.
Are you said? Are you? I said, are you aware of it? I didn't say I said
We
you
dealt
aware
with it
of
on the
We
video.
dealt with
Watch
that.
the
Everybody
video.
agreed
Watch
that
the
he said he
video.
condemns
Okay,
Watch
well,
the
okay.
video.
What about the Sudanese migrants?
Yeah, that's the part that he had occurred.
they are who are getting assaulted, who are getting attacked
Currently,
as
yeah.
well. And there was a Sudanese guy as well who was married to a young Jewish lady in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
He was imprisoned because he slept with a Jewish girl. Do you understand? So it's against the law. I don't know. What I mean, but I'm just saying.
Is that something that
I
is
have
that
no
something?
idea. Never heard
Do you
that.
heard it?
Well, something to Google.
reports.
Something to Google, right?
Yeah, Google it.
I have a question in
Something you can email.
But
If-
I'm just saying,
if you send it to
are
me,
you
I'll-
aware
I'll
of the
send it to you.
Sudanese
Well, he
migrants?
has to say, I don't know.
No, but are you
It
still
was
aware?
surprising me.
Are
The
you
stuff I showed you,
No,
it would surprise
but
me.
are you
It's very consistent.
aware of the Sudanese migrant, the attacks that's going on to Sudanese migrants in Tel Aviv?
Are you aware of it?
I am aware of the. I didn't know they're being attacked. I am
They
aware.
are. They've been attacked.
I am aware that the people that the people that live there in Israel, Israelis, are very against them. I am aware there's a lot of
Why?
Israelis.
But why?
Very
Why?
few, but
But why? What have you? Have you tackled the issue? Have you talked about it? Has your peers tackled the issue? Because I don't see not tackling. All I see in the news, Israel and Hamas. I don't see that. What about? 'Cause I'm seeing
Okay,
African
let's deal with it now. Let's deal with it now.
African migrants has been attacked. Yeah, I mean, I don't see. But all I see is Israel and Hamas. That's it. But I don't see the issue. These poor people from Sudan, Eritrea, Zimbabwe, who went there for a safe
you say
haven.
that the
who are-
majority
you know what I'm
of
saying?
Let's deal with that now. Let's
Yeah,
deal with that now. Let's
yeah.
deal with that now.
So-
We'll deal with that now.
I had a question before this guy
Okay,
went.
so let's
He has a
deal with
question.
that.
He has a
now.
question. Go on. Ask it.
Okay, so
No, he didn't ask. He needs to answer it.
yeah, I need to answer that first. Okay, so the situation with the migrants, right, is that they are Sudanese and Eritrean. I didn't know there was the other country you mentioned. I forgot what it was. The situation with those people is that they are illegal immigrants, right? They are illegal immigrants. They're not allowed to. Israel doesn't accept them to be in their country. Right now, Israel has accepted around 1 million. I don't know exactly, 800,000, 1 million, a lot of many hundreds of thousands of people from Eritrea and Sudan, from those countries, right? But what's happened is that Israel's a tiny country. Right? I don't know if you know this, but Israel's smaller than Wales, right? It's really tiny country.
Is it?
And
Is that a fact?
well, it may be slightly bigger than Wales, but it's really tiny.
It looks like a big landmass.
It could be smaller than Wales. I don't know. It's very small.
It's
very small.
Smaller than Wales?
It's very small. If it's bigger than Wales, it's not by much. Maybe 20%. It's tiny. It's tiny.
So if Israel in
I
general...
had a question. That's
No,
what I
let
had.
me answer. Let me.
So
Let me finish.
Israel is very. They've accepted many refugees, right? That live there, but they feel that they can't cope, right? It's too much, right? So the government itself had not been doing anything to deal with the situation, but the people have started going against the government, saying, look, this is this is not good for the country, etc., etc. So the government responded and did certain things, right? They put them in prisons. By the way, these prisons, they're allowed to go in and out. They have to.
That's good.
They
That's
have
good,
to. They have to go. I think once a day or.
Is that a good thing? Is that good?
I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
No,
I assume
is that a good thing?
This is
The fact that
Is
You'd
that
be
a
happy
good
with
thing?
that as a person.
I think it's good that they can go in and
Here's
out.
the
Is
issue,
that your
right?
question?
Yeah. The
Your
question
question
is-
is the good that they have prisons, or your question? I'm not sure if you're asking
No, you said
sarcastic
it.
question.
You said it like that is a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
You
positive.
said
You
they
said
can
the
go in
positive.
and
They
out.
can go
though.
in and
They're
out in prison. They can go in and
So
out.
the question that he's trying to say is like, do you agree that?
Is that a good thing?
I don't
Is
think.
that
I
a
don't
good
think it's a
thing?
good thing. I think it's a.
I think it's a step forward.
No, it's always been like that. I think the point is,
sorry.
I'm trying to explain the situation.
We know the
situ-
situation. We understand that he's saying that because we would push that towards part of the mistreatment, right? Of
No,
the
but I don't agree it's a mistreatment.
It's not mistreatment.
What I see it
How
is-
can you not? How?
because what I see it is it's a humanitarian and a national issue. It's not a racist issue. Okay.
It is. I see it as a racist issue. Do you know why? Do you know why?
let me
ask you a
Because these people are. There's videos.
Yeah.
They're doing monkey chants while they're beating them up. Now, is that racist?
That's
issue?
racist.
Exactly.
Those
and it's
peop-
caught
okay,
on camera.
So those specific people are racist. You're going to
But
find
policy
racists
is
in
not.
every
Yes,
single
right. So
country
you still-
in the world.
Would you agree the majority of the population are racist?
I would absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
See,
not.
come on.
Okay, now let me ask you a question though. Now, I don't really care about a lot of stuff, but this thing, yeah. When it comes to Israel,
Yeah.
okay, I want to go back to that one. Yeah? Israel and Palestine.
This is a question.
Is a question.
Okay.
When it comes to Israel and Palestine,
Yeah.
which territories would you consider to be Israel, and which territories would you consider to be Palestine?
I don't run the place. It doesn't matter what I consider. It's what matters the actual political
He
situation. on the
asked
ground.
you though.
Now I asked you as you. 'Cause
You-
I would
Your opinion,
consider.
your
you always talk
I would
about-
Ask him
consider.
specifically.
I would
Okay,
consider
alright.
the same
He did,
thing
he
as
did.
the Israeli
Listen
government
to me, listen to
considers.
me.
Okay,
He mentioned his name.
for example,
Okay.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Do you believe
Right.
that should be the capital?
Do you think that should be the capital of Israel or Palestine, or where do you think is?
Or should
do
that be a
Or
UN?
do you think Jerusalem is part of Palestine or Israel?
Do I think Jerusalem? Sorry. Do I think Jerusalem is part of
Israel. Or
Israel?
Palestine?
I'll say Israel.
Why?
Because it's a Jewish city. It's been everybody knows it's a Jewish city.
I have a question.
Jerusalem
Since
is
when?
the
Wait.
is a Jewish capital from for 3,000 years ago.
So,
I don't
so
understand.
now,
The
now,
question
now,
is ridiculous.
bro, it wasn't though. So now,
Okay, you're right. The question's not ridiculous, but that's my answer.
Speaking of history,
Yeah.
we know that the
Jerusalem's been conquered a lot of times. Right?
yeah, not only that.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean
So
it's
you
not.
agree-
It's not a Jewish. It's not a Jewish
So
city.
at
It's
certain
not
points it's been a
Jewish-
Muslim capital. At
Exactly.
certain points it's been a Christian
No, they
capital. At
they-
certain
But,
points-
but always,
Because
wait,
they stole it.
all
So you're
points-
saying your standpoint is that it's originally Jewish?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
look, imagine this.
Absolutely. I
The
just wanna-
Jews, one
Or
second,
could
the
it be-
I'll
Jews.
let you finish. I want to
Wait,
point.
Wait,
Make
wait,
an
let me
important
finish.
point.
Let me
Alright,
finish.
make
Yeah?
a point.
Yeah.
The Jews never had a land. What's
the
it called?
question I
Talking
wanna ask
about.
him later
If we go back to the scripture, yeah, they never had a homeland, a place they could go home. So
Israel was not their
So
homeland.
one sec. Before Moses led them over the Red Sea into Palestine, not Israel, into Palestinian territories, where was Israel at that time?
Okay, the answer is before they went to Egypt, right? Jacob had 12 sons, right, and they all lived in Israel.
Okay. So does it anywhere in
But-
Jewish? Wait, let me ask him one
He
question.
did ask because
It follows on from this, and then I'll give. So, does it say anywhere in Jewish teachings that the Jews have to wait for the Messiah to return for them to take them back to the homeland?
Good question. I like that. Yeah.
There was a question before. I was in the middle of. No, I wanted to flesh out. What was the question? Okay, I'll answer this. I'll answer
I
this.
thought there was no more questions.
I'll answer this.
there's no
But
question.
I wanted to go back because I feel like I didn't really say enough for people to really understand the camera.
Alright, cool. You can go back to
but,
it.
but I'll answer this first because I can't remember what it was anyway. So, okay. So, I remember it was something important now, and I was thinking of this question, and I was like, and then eventually I forgot it. But anyway, let's go back to this. So your question was about.
Does anywhere
about,
in Jewish teachings does it say that the Jews have to wait for the Messiah to come back for him to lead them back to their homeland?
I don't know where it said it. When I was brought up, that is what we were taught. I don't know where it says. I'm not familiar with where it says.
You were taught that
Yes.
that you have to wait for the Messiah to come back to
Yeah,
the
that's
city.
As a kingdom, yes.
It's based on the
So at the
Bible.
mo,
I don't know what is based on.
Do you know,
I don't
like,
what it's based on.
see the
so
Jews
then
in the
how,
Bible? I'm
how
just
would
saying.
Israel?
As far as I know, it's based on the idea that the Jewish people were kicked out because of their sins, right?
It's your
Okay,
religion.
sorry, why would you know? Well, anyway, that's the narrative,
Yeah.
right? So Jewish people kicked out of their sins.
So that's
So
right for the Messiah.
when the Messiah comes, he's gonna
lead them back to the
bring
homeland,
them back to the
which is
homeland,
where
which
Israel
is
is now.
Israel.
And there's no Messiah today.
Exactly. There's no
Why
Messiah
is there?
today.
See, like the Bible, like see.
But I just want to. Sorry.
Why is there an Israel now?
So
if the
so
Messiah is not
although
returned?
although the
As a Jew, you should believe your scriptures, right? So you should believe that you should wait for him.
I'm not an atheist. I believe in God. I believe in God.
so-
But I don't necessarily believe in the Bible as an absolute truth. I believe, like I've said this before. I believe in religion. It has many good things. Let me finish what I want to say.
Answering the question directly. Though.
I am going to answer your question. Don't worry, I'll get there. I've got to every single
Eventually.
other one. I'm going to get to this one. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, what was your question then?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna leave. So
There's no Messiah today.
Yeah,
Against
so
Israel.
why? And you said you grew up on that. So the general Jewish population believes that.
So Israel was created by the Zionists that made Israel. Right, were not religious Jews. Right, they were atheists basically. Right.
So why would atheists establish an Israeli homeland?
Because the truth is, for them, it didn't have to be Israel, right?
So they just
that's why
wanted
it could have been in Uganda, right? But their first choice was obviously
Madagascar.
Israel.
So that was their
No,
choice.
Uganda.
And because the British owned it, they just
they
gave
said-
it to them.
But also
Let-
prior
let-
to
oh,
Jacob,
You could put it like that,
who
yeah.
lived
It's a
in.
bit
Oh, wait.
simplistic,
Do you
but yeah.
know what it is? Yeah, I'm trying to understand the logic of Israel right now. Yeah, like see, even in the Bible, right, or in the Old Testament and in the Torah, you had even Solomon. Yeah, he ruled. Was it Iraq?
Solomon.
Iraq, right?
Around that region.
Yeah, around that region. So Jews were scattered from what? They were scattered from Iraq, Syria.
Everywhere. They were there way before Israel.
So Syria, and there was loads of Jews in Syria. You know, Sham, it's called Sham at the time. And you've got Mesopotamia, which is Iraq, which is Babylon, which is Iraq. And ruled, but hold on, I'm finished. Solomon, yeah? So Jews were scattered. You understand? Even in Medina, there's a lot of Jews. So what I'm trying to say, so they were scattered. So hold on, I'm just saying, the Middle East. So they were scattered. Not every Jews lived in Israel, yeah? So they were scattered. What I'm trying to say is that in 1948, the Arabs that lived in Palestine in 1948,
Depends when we was talking.
that then when the French and the British and Americans gave it to them in 1948 and
To the atheist side.
hold on, let me land. Okay, let me land.
When they gave the
Okay, let me land.
the atheist Zionists had already connected with religious groups, right, to do it together.
Why would the religious
Bro, let
groups
me-
agree when Islam is
I was about to
I'll answer that.
Let me land. What I'm trying to say is that 1948.
Yeah, it says in the Bible. Because the Jews don't believe in
Gave Israel in 1948. Prior to that, the Jews 1948, Arab Jews lived there. Yeah. Now let's say the argument that okay, Jews lived there, they left and they scattered. Now let's say they came back. Now the Arabs that lived in 1948, right?
Would they have the right to do that?
Do you have the right to kick them out because they lived there? They lived there. Now you're saying, no, listen, get out. Now let's say the logic. When I speak to Jews, I want to say this is logic. The logic is, let's say I 50 years time, the British go back to Golders Green. They say, you know what, Jews, get out. We want to claim Golders Green back. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Ask him the question.
No, I'm trying to say is that. I'm trying to say is that. No, I'm just trying to say, look. I'm just saying, 1948. No, look, because the Arabs that lived in 1948 in Palestine, in Israel, yeah. Now, Palestine. I'm saying, do you have to? Is it right to now to get them out and reclaim that land is yours?
So, let's get some history. My brain's definitely not up for that. Okay. So,
Anyway, that's why.
obviously it didn't start in 1948. It started in the
And I had proof.
1800s,
My
right?
Bible,
And okay, so they had this idea of going to Israel. So long before, they're already from 18 late 1800s, they'd already started going to Israel. Right? Sorry, Palestine. Palestine was the mandate of Palestine. Now, if you go to Google and you find out what's the population of Palestine, and by the way, I'm not sure, but I think that Palestine included Transjordan. And the mandate of Palestine did include Transjordan. But when it talks about Palestine, I'm not sure. But anyway, whatever. So these are a massive area, right? That the population in that whole area was, or maybe just Israel, but it could be the whole area, was only about 200,000. 200,000. Like really, really low, right? And that was. Hello? Hello?
For me, it's that Nassim. For me, it's that when you claim that land back, yeah. Stop.
This is a long answer. I got to give it to you, the whole thing. Okay.
Come on, could you wait?
No, it's a long answer.
No, this is an important answer. I'm not having this. Not going on the camera. This is going on the camera. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So the population in that place was very, very low. As the Jewish people started going into the Palestine, right, many Arabs started coming there. Right? And the reason why they came there was maybe because it was work opportunities, maybe for many different reasons. Maybe they thought they were angry that the Jews were coming there, they also wanted to come there first. I don't know what it was. But the fact is, many Arabs started...
But there was already 200,000 there.
Well, yeah,
they were
that included Christians and things, but most of them were...
They still kept their home, yeah? Arabs, they still kept their home.
I'm going step by step, I'm telling you the history of what's going on over there. Right, so... by the time it came to 1948, it's already gone to about 700,000. So basically, most of the people that live in Israel, right, Palestine at the time, right, were people that had come there only because the Jews had come. Do you understand? And this you can Google, you can look it up as a fact. Okay.
You say but that could be.
It could be that
propaganda.
It could be that nothing exists, but
no, it could. But at the time,
that's as far as you know.
It could be propaganda as well. It could be propaganda.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I actually was not so supportive of Israel, right? Like 2 years ago. And every single time Muslims ask me questions about Israel, I'm so surprised. I'm mind-boggled by what I find out. He asked me a question about 4 weeks ago, and I was like, "Are they racist against blacks?" I have no idea. I couldn't believe what I researched, right? So I'm supporting Israel 10 times more than I did 2 years ago, and 10 times more than I did.
Because they were oppressing black people.
I'm asking a question.
Because they're oppressing black people.
Not
Because they're oppressing black people. Because they're oppressing black people.
No, not because they're oppressing black people. Because what you claim as oppressing is because they can't.
Go.
Okay. I want to finish off.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Well, I want to ask one question.
Make it short. Make it.
I can't have to say the whole thing.
You know David.
No, you said apartheid South Africa was better than Africa today, South Africa today. I'm asking you why. Apart from killing of the white people, why is apartheid South Africa better than the South Africa today?
Hold on, let me answer the question he's kindly saying, innit?
That's my question, that's it, and I'm going. Give your history lesson, I don't care about your history lesson.
Okay. I don't care about your question, because I care about character.
You can quit right.
You said you're gone, fam.
Let's do one last question, man.
Like a reasonable brother still.
This guy said, apartheid in Africa was not. He's the same guy.
You gotta go.
There is no apartheid.
Whether he agrees with it or not.
So are we still starting from here?
Actually, no. I just wanted to say is that this whole idea that it was their land, it's going to be their land. I don't think it's true. Because that was just one principle, one part of the why I don't think it's true.
Can I ask you a question? If you're a Palestinian living in the land when it happened, how would you feel? If you were an Arab or Palestinian.
By the way, I just want to answer that question. Right? Most of the Palestinians, although 200,000 live there, most of them were landowners. They were working on the land for people that owned the land that didn't live in Israel. They lived in other countries, right? So most of them were not even landowners, right? And so what happened was is that Jewish people bought the land, right? And therefore many of them got killed, right? So anyway, but most of them, a lot of them ran away. A lot of them ran away because
And they're not allowed to come back. So if you were one of those 200 who ran away, how would you come to them? What would you want to have happen?
look, if I was one of those that ran away,
What would you want to happen? What would you want to have happen?
what I'd want to happen is I would want to be allowed into Jordan. And the reason why
Not to way the place that once was meant to Jordan.
exactly.
Why is it?
Well, the reason is because all the Jewish people from around the world were all allowed back into Israel, that everybody come back into Israel, right? But the Palestinians, the Jordans, did not let anybody that lived a few miles down the road because that was one area.
So what you're saying, you want them to come back to where they want to be?
That's right. That's right.
So you as a Palestinian person wouldn't want to go back to where you see?
No, I would want to go back, but I would understand.
So now you understand why you understand why you guys want us to get on, because you said that if you were a Palestinian, right, you wouldn't want to get back, and you as a Jew wouldn't want them to come back. So it's this kind of circle. Right?
No, that's totally why not. If I was a Palestinian, I would want to go back, but I would understand why they wouldn't want me.
That's wrong though. It's like if you want to go back to your home and they're not allowing you back in your home, you're not going to compromise and say, yeah, I'll go next to my home.
I would want to go back, but I would also want to go a place where I can go. Yeah, anywhere where I'm accepted. I wouldn't say I have to be exactly in that place, right? Jewish people have been kicked out loads of places. They don't say, oh, I want to specifically go back to that place. No, they've got their own land and they go to their own land. Israel is a land, is a tiny bit of land.
Does that apply to you as
I don't know if you've looked it up on the map, but it's a tiny bit of land. Everywhere around it is Arabs, right? That hate the Jews and want to kill the Jews and have been to wars many times trying to conquer Israel, right? To wipe them out, right?
The Jews accept that as well.
So anybody that lives
You're not answering the
You
question.
do not look today. You do not look today.
You see,
I answer pretty much every single question.
Brother,
Don't start with that.
Can you answer a question before you move on?
Here's the thing.
With Jews, you said accepted.
So the
If
thing
Jews
is,
were accepted in Australia, would you go to Australia? Would you go to Australia if you were accepted there?
They
Yes
could
or no?
go to those places.
Would you go to
right?
Australia?
There's no reason why Jewish people should accept people that want to kill them when they can go to other Arab lands. They're all Arab
It's
lands.
okay, it's Palestine, but not for Jews. But if you want to go back there and you deny it to go back
now
there.
you've asked me loads of questions. Now let me ask you a question.
You don't answer, bro.
So my question is, are you concerned? You're talking about, for example, Eritreans, right? Are you concerned about all the other countries that don't let any of those
So my start with that. So because you're Jewish and you mentioned something Jewish, my thing is helping black people wherever they are. So whether they're in England, America, South Africa, that's what we're being treated. That's it. So that's why I asked you, do you know any...
So what you're saying is, if they were kicked out, then they
Israel.
If
The Ethiopians, law of return 2004. They weren't allowed back in, it was delayed.
So what about the people that the countries are not accepting? That was also not.
Yeah, well, that's different. So first of all, I'm talking about people in a place, and once they've settled,
So this is really interesting. So what's happening is Israel's accepted nearly 1 million refugees, black refugees, right? And
we were talking about Ethiopians, weren't we? Which are Jewish.
That's not.
Well, we were talking about the Jewish community, the black Jewish community. That's what we're talking about. Right? So refugees is a different thing. If you should be treated anyway. If you want me to treat refugees, that's wrong. But we were talking about black Ethiopian Jews. That's what we were talking about.
You're talking about blacks. You're talking about then you broke it down.
Okay, so
I'm happy to talk about each one.
Yeah, so the Ethiopians,
But I
don't want them mistreated, and then the other are
Right, so they're both part of the conversation, or they're not?
Oh, they're both part, yeah.
Right,
If
so I'm talking
mistreatment is
about
there.
one-
So you're saying that they're not allowed in other countries?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if they're not in the country, I can't speak to them.
But why aren't you speaking about this? The fact that they're not allowed in all those other countries.
Oh, I am. For example,
And here's the thing, I find it interesting.
Well, you don't know what my stance is. So when people from Mali, Somalia, Nigeria are trying to get to Europe and they're getting kidnapped by, say, the Libyan forces or rebel groups, whatever it is, I speak against them, right? So wherever black people are in the street, I'm saying this is how it is.
Can Can I ask you a question?
So have you done with me?
He doesn't answer your question.
Google everything I said, yeah?
I'm done with Googling.
Yeah.
I've given you.
Intellectually beaten up.
So, okay.
What's your question?
Yeah, here's my question. I don't know if you're joking, you probably might be serious or not. You said you're so angry with me that you're upset that you shook my hand, right? Here's my question to you. The black people that are running away from Muslim, right? So it's a Muslim country. Muslims, what is 50%?
Eritrea is Muslim. Are you crazy?
There's Muslims in Eritrea.
What about the
it's not a
other
Muslim
countries?
country.
Sudan is 50-50, they're separated. There's North
So
and
South
South.
Sudan is more Christian than traditional, while Upper Sudan.
And where they're running away from?
They're lower.
I
They're
think
black.
it's South Sudan.
Yeah, South Sudan.
So they're a bit more Christian.
So,
What your point is about
It's been a
Muslims.
mistake.
no, what I was going to say is that I thought it was from a Muslim missionary. So none of these are Muslim missionaries.
So South Sudan has their own country, which is predominantly Christian and traditional African.
So what is the issue? Why are they running away? Is it because Muslim behaviours are coming there?
No, because they have their own internal.
But is there anything to do with Muslims?
You're always pointing the finger at
I'm
Muslims.
asking.
Can I just say something? Can I say something?
It's just a
Forget
question.
Muslims.
It's just a question.
Let's talk about the Ethiopian Jews that had the right to return to Israel under the law of return.
Eritrea, where they're fighting?
Don't talk about Eritrea. Talk about Ethiopian
This
Jews.
is your nation, you should know. These are Eritrean Jews.
Let's talk about Ethiopian Jews. Ethiopian Jews.
Eritrean, they're not Jews.
They're Ethiopian Eritrea. Oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Ethiopian Jews.
Maybe 0.5%.
Half a percent.
There's no Jews in Eritrea.
Are you crazy? I think in your own in Israel, do you know how many?
They are 48%. I just looked this
They're
up,
more
like,
Jewish
last
than
week.
you, by the way.
There's 48%
You're not a Jew.
Muslim and
They're not white.
50%
They can survive in the Middle East.
They're
You're not a Jew either,
They can
bro.
survive
You're
in
not
the
a
Middle
Jew.
East.
You're a Slav. Behave yourself.
No, they're not Jews. They're not Jews.
Whoa, one second. They're not Jews.
They're Eritreans.
There's a
that
Slav
live
with
there
blue
are
eyes,
not
bro.
Jews,
What's
and
this guy on?
Eritreans that are
Guys,
not
listen, Ethiopian Jews.
No, well, here's the thing.
Ethiopian Jews.
Here's the
There's a
thing.
question that's coming from
Here's the thing. Right?
There's too many questions, no answer, bro. Ethiopian Jews that came into Israel, why were they not allowed to come in?
50% Muslim, right? Are being accepted, but
It was delayed,
hundreds of
wasn't it?
thousands in Israel, right? And even though they're not Jewish, right? But Israel is looking after.
Don't come with that bullshit, bro. They're not
Right?
Jewish.
They're not Muslim either. What's your point?
They are.
They're not Muslim.
They are.
They're not 50% Muslim. That's not
That's what I
true.
googled it.
That's not
I
true.
googled it.
Let's talk about the Ethiopian Jews.
There are many Jews.
It's 48%
Sorry,
Muslim.
there is.
Jewish Ethiopians.
48%
Jewish Ethiopians.
My point
His point is bullshit.
My point is that
There's
Muslim
no
countries
Jewish
are
Ethiopians.
not taking in Muslims. Jewish countries.
We're not talking about Muslims, we're talking about Jews.
And the Jewish country
We're
is
talking
the bad
about
one.
We have
Unbelievable.
we have
This is
tens of
the kind
thousands.
of-
We have
this is the kind of BS.
we have. Okay,
And you hate me, and I'm the one that's
You're not
bad.
honest. That's why I hate you, man.
What are you talking about?
We in Somaliland have tens of thousands of Syrian refugees. We have thousands of Yemeni refugees, and we're a poor country. We don't have nothing, yeah, and we've taken our own. Yeah, so that's a lie. That is a
Tens of
lie.
thousands.
That's a lie. That's all we can afford. And Somaliland is a tiny country of 4 million people, and it's a poor country. It's not like Israel. You lot can afford to take.
But they don't.
Yeah, and also, you're not even Jewish. Stop behaving like that, bro. Just relax yourself. You're arrogant. You're not even Jewish. You told me. You know, this guy told me. I've said it to the camera. This guy told me the only thing Jewish about him is his swagger. That is a fact. That is a fact.
Is that true, Nasser? Is that true?
That is the only thing that is Jewish about you.
Is that true or not?
I don't remember saying
You're
that.
not a Jew.
I can't. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have said that as a joke. I could definitely have said that as a joke. I say lots
Okay,
of things.
let's
and
talk about,
definitely could be one of
there
them.
was a Jewish Ethiopian guy, yeah? He was in the IDF, yeah? Do you remember that 2015? There was brutality. There was a racist
Yes,
attack
yes,
on him. You know about that, yeah?
I know about that, yeah.
Why did that happen? How come? You're saying there's no Jews that were black. There's Jews that were black that are actually working in the IDF,
There's
fighing for Israel. So what are you talking
Ethiopian
about?
Jews, not Eritrean Jews.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ethiopian Jews, yeah.
Ethiopian
I'll give
Jews,
you
yeah.
a video. I'll give you
I know about it. But what's your question? Is if there's Ethiopian Jews
point?
or if they're being beaten up? What's your question? No question. Just
No,
a
because you
point.
said there's no Ethiopian Jews.
I didn't say that.
I heard you say that earlier.
No Eritrean Jews.
Anyway, your point about Muslims not taking refugees is none of them.
Many Muslims do take refugees.
But there's many Muslim countries that
Bangladesh,
don't.
that's a
Many
lie.
Muslim-
Listen, Lebanon,
Oh,
there's
that's
a village,
lie.
there's a village,
Google it.
there's a
Google it.
village,
Wait a
there's a
second.
village, there's a village, hang on, there's
Kuwait doesn't take
a village, there's a
Saudi Arabia
village.
doesn't
So that's
take
all,
any
that's all the
refugees.
Muslim
They have
countries
taken
are.
refugees, Saudi.
I said there's plenty of countries that don't take refugees. You said it's a lie. It's not a lie, it's true.
You know when you were
Anyway,
talking, you
that's
know,
my screaming done for
One
today.
second. Let me finish my point.
I want to ask you one thing.
It's done.
You know when you were talking about Palestine.
Bro, I was in the middle of a point. Lebanon has a village, right, that in 2010 the population was 5,000. Today, that population is 35,000. That's one village. That's one village. You know that extra 30,000? 100% of them are Syrian. Yeah, they take them in. Bro, how many
Muslims
Palestinians?
taking Muslims, Jews taking Jews, big deal.
1 second.
Why shouldn't they take
Because
them?
you said they don't take them in. That's a lie.
I'm saying there are plenty of Muslim countries that don't take them in. It's a fact. It's true.
You see, we were talking about earlier about Palestine,
There's plenty of Gulf countries that don't.
Palestinians going to Jordan,
Gulf countries that don't.
and then they should go to anywhere where they
Ladies and
accept them.
gentlemen.
Jordan also takes very few. It takes
Jordan
very-
has refugee camps at 70 years old. What are you talking about? Get out of here, man.
It's taking
You're
very
a
few
clown,
Eritreans
man.
to be
You're a
refugees.
clown, man.
Very few.
It has refugee
take
camps
that-
that are 70 years old.
They take-
Because of you, Mr. Slav.
They haven't taken them in.
Mr.
That's
Slav.
because they haven't taken them
Mr.
in.
Slav.
That's a very good point.
This guy's a
That's very good-
Jewish, as in red-ish. He's not even Jewish. He's
Let
close,
him
but not
finish.
so no
Let
cigar.
him finish.
You're not the real McQuaid.
Let him finish.
You're not the real
That's
McQuaid.
another example.
You're not
That's
the real
another-
McQuaid.
That's another example.
You are not
Okay,
a man of the desert.
thank you very much.
You can't live in the desert.
Bye. It's been a
It's not the
pleasure.
truth.
It's been a pleasure.
You can't live in the desert. If you go to the desert, you'll die of skin cancer. That's the
Nice
reality.
chat, man.
All right, we got rid of the Zionists. We got rid of the Zionists. And by the way, I'm not anti-Jew, I'm just anti-Zionist. Let's make a distinction. And Zionism, it has nothing to do with Judaism. There are Zionists that are Muslim, there are Zionists that are Christians. Yeah? And Zionism is a movement that started within the American Christian church. Yeah? Because those Christians are obsessed with the rapture. Yeah, they're obsessed with the rapture. For the rapture to happen, there has to be an Israel. Yeah? And this whole thing started within their church. It's not even a Jewish thing, it's really. Yeah, they just thought it was. And also the Saudi Arabian royal family, the current Egyptian military regime, the Jordanian royal family, they're all Zionists. Or against them all, or against all Zionists. Am I wrong? Are you standing or against all Zionists? There you go. Let's start somewhere economic.
Content over everything from your melody. Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to I.
Don't try your propaganda today.
Man, don't disturb yours, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Just what I'm doing, respect.
You listen, you're going to the hellfire. Save yourself, come to Islam, bro. Save yourself, save yourself.
Yeah, rolling.
Rolling, yeah? Assalamu alaikum. Muslims, peace and blessings. Non-Muslims. Yeah, today I want to speak about